Hey everybody, I'm Mama Beard and welcome back to my channel. So I have another pumpkin recipe for you today. I am participating in a month-long collaboration that's called a Great Pumpkin Recipe Exchange. It is hosted by Cozy Cottage Homestead. I will leave her channel below. There's also a bunch of different channels participating. It's an open collaboration, so if you have a pumpkin recipe that you would like to share and you have a channel or a blog or something, participate in the collaboration, let me know and I will link your channel below as well. So make sure you check out that playlist of everybody who has all these great pumpkin recipes so you can use up that pumpkin. Hi, if you're new here, I'm Carolina and I live in Montana. I do a lot of food bank hauls, pantry cooking, and canning and preserving on my channel. If that's the kind of content you're into, I hope you'd consider subscribing. I would love to have you a part of my family. So for my pumpkin recipe today, I decided that I'm going to make some pumpkin oatmeal. Oatmeal is a big staple in my house. I make it 2 to 3 times a week. I try and add different ingredients to it to make it different every time. And this is one that I was like, you know what, why not try pumpkin spice oatmeal? So let's get into the kitchen and I'll show you how I make it. Alright, so we're gonna start by getting our fire on. I have about half a bag of this. This is portioned into 15 ounces, so that's a little under a pound. I'm just going to use all of it. And then I have some of these shelf-stable milks that I get from the weekend power packs from the food bank. So this is just shelf-stable, so this is room temperature. The kids think this has a slight taste to it. It's not like the cold milk cartons you get. So we save these for if we're out of milk. I will feed this to them, or I will use it for cooking. So I use usually 2 for oatmeal. And then this is the pumpkin. I had opened a big can of pumpkin for last week's recipe, the pumpkin pasta. If you missed that, well, it's actually pumpkin mac and cheese. I'm not doing it justice by just calling it pasta. But this is what half of the can I used for that. And I can link that recipe below if you missed that video. And so this has been in my fridge for 7 days now, and it looks fine, smells fine. You always want to smell it, like there's no mold or anything on the top. So don't think just because something's been in there you can't use it. Like, try and use it up, don't let it go to waste. So I'm gonna put the whole can, well, yeah, this would be a whole can of pumpkin pie spice. I made this in my first pumpkin video when I made the pumpkin pie syrup, so check that out. And then I'm gonna put in a little bit of brown sugar. My friend got me one of these containers. You push that in there and then it's sucked tight. It's pretty cool. And just a shot of vanilla. Let's get this all stirred up. We might need to add some more milk because it was a little bit more oats than I normally do. But that's okay. Husband's home from work today on a Friday because it's hunting opening week, hunting season. And he's planning on being gone, and his whole work just shut down for the whole day because all of them are hunters. So they're like, yeah, take an extra day off for hunting season. It's great to live in Montana. Hopefully he'll get something this year. Alright, that looks pretty good. It's got a lot of moisture to it. So I'm just going to let this cook. I'm gonna go grab another milk because I feel like I'm gonna use it. And what makes me think that is, like, it's pretty thick right now and the oats are still really raw. So they need to cook and absorb more liquid than I feel like this has. So that's why I'm probably gonna go grab a little thing of milk. All right, we're back. And you see how you can like hear sizzling? So it's actually starting to cook the bottom, which you don't want. You just want it to absorb, just to simmer kind of thing. So add in a little more milk. Now if you don't have this, you can obviously use regular store milk. You can use evaporated milk, works really good in this. I also have my home canned milk that I'll use in this. I make oatmeal several times a week for breakfast and just kind of make different ingredients in it to switch it up a bit. Give it a try. That tastes really good. I think it's sweet enough. That pumpkin spice. And I know pumpkin's a vegetable, so it's a good way to sneak in another one. So I just tried it and the flavor was good, but the oats were still chewy. Man, I'm making a lot. Gotta add a little more milk. Alright, I made way too much. I don't know. Always. Sometimes I make too much oatmeal, sometimes I don't make enough. A game of roulette. Will there be enough or will there not be enough? That is the question. So like if it's sticking to the bottom of the pan where I'm trying to scrape it and it's sticking, to me that means that it doesn't have enough liquid. Oh, that tastes great. Alright, same thing. Little more milk. Man. So if you got an army to feed, you know, this is the recipe for you. I'm going to give it a couple more minutes simmering and then it should be done. Guys, I have some of this, like, trail mix kind of left. I've had this for a while. I've had it in a jar. And it's just been sitting up on my counter. Just like different dried fruits, some different nuts in here. I've been meaning to add these to the granola bars I make. But I think I'm going to chop some up. And we'll add this to the top of our oatmeal. It's raisins and cranberries. Those go good with pumpkins. And this will add some nice texture to the top of our oatmeal. That one's pretty good. Whoa, get out of here. Alright, our oatmeal's done. I'm gonna put in just a little bit of butter to finish off that creaminess. I am definitely gonna have leftovers. Alright, so we're gonna sprinkle it with some of our diced fruit and nuts. And then I just have some cinnamon sugar here. Just gonna sprinkle just a smidgen on top for some color, texture. And a little bit of sugar helps the oatmeal go down. The oatmeal go down. Oatmeal go down. And there we go. Pumpkin oatmeal. What? Guys, the oatmeal. Look at that. This ain't no oatmeal you get in that McDonald's, that's for sure. So let's give it a try. She's super thick. Oh, it's good though. I definitely like it with the nuts and those cranberries added on top of it. That cinnamon sugar drizzle on top. I mean, it would be good with honey as well. What kind of ingredients do you think would be good on my pumpkin oatmeal? Give this a try, guys. Let me know if you do. And let's start using up that pumpkin that's been sitting in your pantry forever. I see you. I know it has been. Make some pumpkin recipes. Guys, I have leftover oatmeal here, as you can see. So I decided that I'm going to make some leftover oatmeal cookies. Didn't know if you guys know that you could use leftover oatmeal to make cookies. So if you ever make too much, never fear, you can make cookies. So I'm measuring out half a cup of room temperature butter here. All right, so half a cup butter, half a cup brown sugar. Ah, 1 measuring cup. And then you're gonna cream this together. Make sure you stop and scrape. cream it a little more. Then I'm going to add 2 eggs. And we're going to add 2 teaspoons of vanilla. All right, we're going to stop that. Let's get our dry ingredients together. We're going to do 2 cups of flour. To our flour, we're going to add 2 teaspoons of baking powder, 1 teaspoon of our pumpkin pie spice, half a teaspoon of salt. Mix that up. I'm going to measure out 1 cup of this oatmeal. Add this to our wet ingredients. And then I'm going to slowly add in the dry. Whoa, wrong way. All right, so that's good. We're gonna scrape, and then for additional flavor, I'm gonna add in some white chocolate. If you have white chocolate chips, this would be even better, but I have these little blocks. It can just be like white chocolate chunks, which I'm not complaining about. Just like that. Looks good to me. Oh, this looks good, guys. All right, let's get to scooping. All right, first tray's done. Hopefully they don't spread too much. I'm gonna put these in at 350 for about 8 minutes, and then I'll check them. Oh no, I'm out of coffee. Ah. All right, the cookies just came out. See, I dropped it a little bit. Oh well, we'll do that one first then. Let's see, nice golden brown, nice and fluffy. They just came out, so they need to cool a little bit, but look at that. Good looking cookie. Oh yeah, it's very cake-like because it's super fluffy. Guys, can you believe fall is here? I just can't help but be outside. It's beautiful. The trees are dropping all their leaves. Hey Jack, here comes Jack. He heard me out here. So, here are the cookies. Got my little ghost plate. Guys, these are so good, and you can use any kind of oatmeal, switch it up. You could use like those instant oatmeal packets if you have a leftover of those. Just make like the apple cinnamon one, that would be good. Peaches and cream out of that. So don't throw away that extra oatmeal if you have it. Turn it into cookies. One way to get the kids to eat it. I also want to do a quick shout out to my neighbor Charlie. She is 12, I believe, and she followed my recipe on making the pumpkin pie syrup, and she filled my bottle back and gave it back to me. And I'm going to tell you, Charlie, that I cannot taste the difference between mine and yours. It tastes fantastic. You did a great job, girl. Thank you very much. So guys, if you haven't tried the pumpkin pie syrup yet, check out the playlist. It is on the pumpkin playlist. So there's all kinds of us participating. Make sure you check everybody out. Thanks again, Charlie, and thank you for watching, and I'll catch you next time on Mama Baird's.